Everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa McKelvey, and today in the craft room we're having our first craft tutorial, crochet tutorial that is, and we're going to make these cute, well I think they're cute, kitchen towel holders. I have so much newfound respect for crochet tubers because they make a tutorial making one. They make it look so easy, and it's so much work, and I'm so just in awe of what they do. So I hope that you find this tutorial helpful. It should probably most likely be very entertaining, but we're going to go for it. We're going to make this very easy, simple project for I believe a new beginner can do this. There's 3 stitches involved. There is the double crochet, half double crochet, and single crochet. And I'll walk you through each of those. For the advanced people who just want to know what to do and get on with it, we're going to take a ponytail holder. We're going to treat it like a magic circle. We're going to crochet 8 double crochets. Then I wanted to taper it down instead of just going from a double crochet straight to a single crochet. I wanted to taper it down. So we're going to crochet 8 double crochet, then 3 half double crochets, then fill the rest of the circle with single crochet, then 3 half double crochets back up to our double crochet, and then from there we're going to do 8 rows of 8 double crochets back and forth. Then we're going to flip it over. Let me open it up for you. Then we're going to flip it over and start from the back. This is all from the original pattern that I learned from, so I'm not taking any credit for someone else's work. But anyway, so she did 8 rows up, 8 rows across, and then she would flip it on the back and do a row of single crochet all the way around, because you flip this over and it just gives it a nice finished edge. And then you put your button on and you're good to go. You're done. So there's quick and easy. Now for all of you newbies, let's walk through this and see if I can make this come out. Here's what we're going to need. We're going to need some scissors. We're going to need a button. We're going to need a ponytail holder, and we're going to need the yarn of your choice. You can use chunky yarn. You can use thin yarn. You could use any weight yarn you want to use, as long as you have the corresponding hook with it. I have a number 4, and I'm using a number 5 millimeter hook. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a slip knot on our hook, and you may make a slip knot any way that you want. People do it lots of different ways. I'm not going to try to explain it because there's so many people have done so many better videos on it. So, and everyone does slip knots so differently. So first thing we're going to do is a slip knot. Then we're going to take our hook, we're going to put it through our ponytail holder, we're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull up that loop, and then we're going to pull it straight through our slip knot, and now we are connected to our ponytail holder. And now we're going to chain up 3. Chain up 3 just means we're going to yarn over our hook and pull that through our loop. So that would be 1, 2, and 3. And we'll do that because it's going to go to the height of our double crochet, and this will count as our first double crochet. So now we're going to make 7 double crochets, which is yarn over, stick it through the ponytail holder, yarn over, pull that loop up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through your last 2. Look at you, you just made a double crochet. Here we go, we're going to do it again. We're going to yarn over, we're going to put that through our ponytail holder, yarn over, pull that loop up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And as I said, this is our chain 3. It counts as our first, so we have 1, 2, 3. So we need 4 more. Oh, that's 7. We need 5 more, which gives us 8. Okay, here we go. So we're going to yarn over, put in our ponytail holder, yarn over, pull that loop up, yarn over, pull that loop through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Yarn over, put your hook in your ponytail holder, yarn over, pull up the loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Then we count, just, see where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, here we go. Yarn over, pull through the ponytail, yarn over, pull up the loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, put your hook through your ponytail, yarn over, pull up the loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 more. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. Here we go. We're going to yarn over, put our hook through our ponytail. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. So you see the height of that? That's a high stitch. There's other stitches that are higher, but so I didn't want to go straight down to a single crochet from here. So next step down is a half double crochet, which of course I'll show you how to do that. It's even easier. You're going to yarn over, put your hook through your ponytail, yarn over, pull up the loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, just like that. We're going to make 3 of those. So that was 1. So we're going to yarn over, put our hook through our ponytail, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. There's 2, 1 more. Yarn over, put our hook through our ponytail, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. There we go. See how it does this? It's just a nice little curve. So there's 8 double crochet. Well, it's our first chain 3. 7 double crochet, and then 3 half double crochet. Now we're going to fill this up to almost right over here with single crochet. Even easier. Here we go. Single crochet is no yarning over to begin with. So we're just going to put our hook through our ponytail. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. See? Very simple. We're going to put our hook through our ponytail. We're going to yarn over and pull up that loop. We're going to yarn over, pull through both those 2 loops. See? And then I like to squish it. I like to, because I want to make sure my ponytail holder is nice and, see, I want it nice and covered. So I'll squish it. That's why I'm not saying there's a certain many, because it's going to be according to what weight size your yarn is, how fast it fills up. So get back to single crocheting. We're going to take our hook. We're going to put it through our ponytail holder. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And then keep squishing it together. So in the ponytail holder, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. Squish it. Squish it. I have my own language here, but it works for me. Now you could pause the video now until you get all your single crochets filled up and put in there, or you can work along with me. That's why I did the brief explanation of how to do it at the beginning, because I know a lot of advanced crocheters, they just want to know what's the pattern and tell me what to do and what's the stitch count and let's move on. So they want to get to making, which, that's fun. I'm one of those on some things too. So just in case you're still with me, and I will admit some of this stuff, I'll go, oh, I missed a stitch, or I didn't do that perfectly. This gets all covered up by the kitchen towel, but you still want to make it really nice, neat. And so just take your time with it. Okay. Obviously I like to talk, so we're going to walk through this a few more, because see, we're getting kind of close. So take your hook, put it through the ponytail holder, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And I think I'm going to do probably, say I did 2 while I was talking, because I didn't want to say 2 more. I'm going to do 1 more, because I like it real nice and snug. So this will be my last single crochet. So we're going to put the hook through the ponytail holder. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay. Now we're going to do 3 half double crochets. And then that one, you're going to yarn over before you put your hook in the ponytail. So yarn over, put your hook in, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Squish it up a little bit. Yarn over, put through the ponytail holder, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. We're going to do one more, last half double crochet. Yarn over, put through the ponytail holder, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Okay, so now we're going to slip stitch to the top of our chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to come up under here underneath this V. And slip stitch just means you're going to take yarn over and pull that yarn through the 2 loops on your hook. And boom, there we go. And there's our 8 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8. So now we're going to chain 3 because that's what I chain to get to my height for my double crochet. Some people chain 2. I was taught chain 3 and that works for me. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. So we chained up 3 and now we're just going to do 7 double crochet across and then in that because we're counting this one, so that'll make 8 and then 8 rows up. So I'll walk you through how to do a double crochet without a ponytail holder, which is this will be your normal way, which I'll just go ahead and show you. Here is where you put your stitches underneath the V. And after a while, they'll start to stand up and it'll be really easy to see. This is where you put your stitches. And so you always will have this little V and you just go right underneath there. I hope you can see that well. But it's just, it becomes very obvious where your stitches go after a while. So here we go. Okay, so we're doing a double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, put our hook in underneath the 2 V's. See there? Yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So you're really just treating this little hole as the same hole here. Doing the same exact movement. We're going to fill this up with double crochet. So yarn over, stick it through your V, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Yarn over, stick it through your V's, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Okay? Yarn over, put your hook through your V's, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You're going to do this all the way across until you have a total of 7 double crochets plus your first chain 3, which is going to count as a double crochet. So this is how you count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got to do one more. Top right there. All right. Now I'm going to walk you through the next and then I'll leave you to get your 8 double crochets done. Okay, so when you get to the end of the row, you're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, 3, because that gets you to your height. I was always taught to turn your work like you're flipping a book, like you turn a page of a book. Bloop. And then here we are again. This will be our first, and so we're going to do 7 more across. Skip the first one because that counts our first double crochet. This hole, that goes there. So you go into this one. And you're going to do 8 double crochets. Well, it'll end up being 8. You're going to do 7 to go with the first chain up of 3. I told you, I make this look harder than it is, but other people make stuff looks so easy, and that's why I want to do it. And then I realize, oh gosh, they just made that look so easy. All right, so let's go back and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so here, the top of this is where your last double crochet goes. Oops, I forgot to crochet over. Right there. Pull through, pull through, pull through. Chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. Turn it like a book. skip the first one because that's your chain up 3. See? Skip that one because that's your chain up 3. And in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and your 7th one goes in here, the top of this. Then you go back and just check, make sure you didn't add any more. You go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. So you know you're on task, on point. You chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. You turn your work. You just keep going. I had to let some more of my yarn out. So you just keep going. Here's a good place to pause, and I'll catch back up with you on my last row of the 8 across. Right here. We're going to do these. I'll catch up with you when I get my last row of 8 done. So just remember, you're just going to keep chain up 3, 8 double crochets across. Make sure your last double crochet goes to the top of your chain 3. Then turn your work and just keep going. And then you stop when you get to 8 rows, 8 times, okay? Okay, so I'm coming up on my last row here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7 and 8. So I thought I'd go ahead and show you real quick kind of how you can see your rows. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's my 8 rows of double crochet. And now I'm going to cut this off. I like to do it a little bit different, I guess. But so pull it through, cut it off, and then pull it out like that and pull that tight. And then I will weave it back in across here when I do my single crochet. Okay, so there is our first part done. Now we're going to flip it over so you can see this tail was for my back socket, and I know this is my back part. And now what we're going to do is we're going to join and then do a single crochet all the way around, and we'll be done. Well, then the button, of course, but as far as the major crocheting done. Okay, so now we're going to single crochet all the way around. So we put a slip knot on our crochet hook. We're going to come over here and find one of these single crochets. These are half double crochets. These are the single crochets. I like to start kind of in a corner. For me, now that's probably why I have this bump here. So if you don't like that, just start somewhere else. And remember, we're on the back side of our project. So we're going to come over here. We're going to go to the top of this V. So there's the V on top of here. And we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. There's our first one. Now we're going to single crochet all the way around. So we're going to put our hook through that V, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. All the way around. We're going to single crochet. Let me get more yarn here. So now these are, the single crochet may be a little bit more tighter because remember we squished them up. And that's okay, just kind of work it in there. And like I say, you could do whatever you want. You know, you could do double crochets all the way around. This isn't going to get seen, except for when you have it hanging in your kitchen and all your kitchen towels are being washed or something. But most of the time it's going to have a towel hanging on it. So it'll make it, this will all be covered up, but I still just like it all the way around. I like the thickness a little bit better. And I've never looked. I'm assuming this is somewhat how you make a scrunchie, or scrunchy, a scrunchie for your hair. I haven't ever looked at those patterns, and but I'm thinking it's got to be somewhat the same, you know, somewhat like this, because it looks a lot like it. You know, they just take a ponytail holder and they go around it. But anyway, we're just single crocheting all the way around to the top of all the single crochets, the 3 half double crochets, until we reach the side of our double crochets. So we're going all the way around. Single crochet. See, here we're getting to our edge. Okay. So as I was saying, we could go, if you go in here, it's going to put a big hole and gap. So I like to try to go inside my stitches. I like to try to get 2 of the stitch, and then see, so that just pulled right through there. See, now we're going to go all the way up this side, and then we'll put 2 here for the corner, go across the top, 2 here in this corner for the other corner, then down this side, and then we're done. So like I say, you don't want to go too many single crochets, because it will make it kind of, but I try to do 2 in each stitch, 1 at the bottom and 1 at the top. And I try to go underneath two loops if I can, if I turn it right. There we go, right. You just take your time. I probably make things look a lot harder than they are. I don't mean to. I'm just new, and I kind of fumble through. But like I said, if you want to put 3 in each one, you could. You could do 1 at the bottom, 1 in the middle, and then 1 at the top. I'll show you what it looks like if you do. And you don't have to grab 2 loops, but I like to, because it just gives it a more finished, not finished, but more together stitch. So you can see what that looks like. So you got to be careful, because I don't want it to pull. So that's why I'm probably going to go back and take out one of those stitches, just because it seemed too tight. So I'll do 1 on the bottom and 1 up top. So we're just single crocheting all along this edge. And, you know, you put them what works for you, where you like them. So I'll meet you back up at the top of our row, okay? So I've gone all the way around. I'm about to put the first one up here, and this was where I had put my ends. I'm just going to pull that back over here. Oop. I'm going to put that back through the loop. So I'm going to put 2 single crochets in here, just to give it a nice, and then I'm going to tuck this down in my, there we go. And we're just going to single crochet right across the top. Then we get to this end, we're going to do 2 single crochets. That just gives it a roundness for the corner. And then we're going to go right back down the side here, doing the same thing we did on the other side, placing single crochets every so often. Just do what feels good to you. Like I said, I don't like a lot of holes, so I try to go into the double crochet stitch, and I try to pick up 2 loops. And see, if I got it too tight, I'll try to go a little further down to maybe loosen it a little. All right, I'll meet you when we get right back down here for the finished part of the single crochet. Okay, so I've come all the way down. I'm taking my end in here because I'm going to have to weave that in just a minute. And now I'm just going to slip stitch with my very first single crochet to join. I'm going to cut my yarn, pull that in, pull that tight. So I'll have 3 ends here to weave in when I'm done. So I gotta lay this out. Remember, this is the back. So I turn it over, fold that over. See, I like that little nice edge. Look at that. Now it's all about placing our, let me get all my ends out of the way. It's all about placing our button. And the good thing about this double crochet is it's got some pretty big openings. So you could go smaller button if you wanted. Like you can see, this is actually a bigger than this one. But you can, say I could do it here. You could do, what I do is I take my button and kind of go, okay, where do I want it? You know, this is a pretty big button. Hang on, I see the end of my tail right there. I'm going to take that out because I don't want that. I will see. This is what you learn. Okay, so I'm going to weave this in through here better because I don't want it hanging out the front. Okay. Sorry. So you take this, you go, you know what? I think I want this to go pretty much right in here, or do I want it to come down here on the bottom one? I like to split these so there's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I didn't count this in. So what I would do, I think it should hang right above that. See how I had this one? So let this show. So if you do that, that means just right in here, you're gonna put your button. Now, you could sew on the button any way you want. If you want to do my way, is very probably, I would say, my granddaughter's way. I do some crafts like a 5-year-old would, but we enjoy it that way. So I use the same yarn. I like it when it pops like that, like the color of the yarn is in the button. I just think it's real cute. So what I'll do is I'll do this, and then I'll do that again. Up. I use my scissors to poke it through. I think this should be required in school, that children have to shoot a tutorial. I mean, children today, they've grown up with all this, so to them this is nothing, but I just think it's very helpful. Okay, now there are so many different ways to do this. Just remember, of everything that I have done here today is just Teresa's way. It's probably more complicated and the absolute wrong way to do it, but it's my way. So here's what I would do. I would take these and I would tie them in a little knot. I remember when I went through a phase of sewing, and I would spend more time hot gluing than actually just using the sewing machine. Because I just found it so much faster, and so that's what I'm saying. You may not want to go and do things Teresa's way. Now I have 2 little ties. So you come over here. I like to do it around 2 of them. Like I said, we're going to let this one show. It's going to come through here. So that means we're going to probably do it on this level. I like to take them. I take my button. I put my 2 strings through that hole right there. I try to be pretty gentle with it because I don't like it to have all the holes. And then take my other 2 on the opposite side, so they'll go right here. Then I take it and flip it over, and I just tie it in a little knot. Now, there's probably a more efficient, neater looking way to do it, but I just kind of tie it in a knot. I mean, these are gonna go hang on my kitchen, on my stove handle, and hopefully not be, I don't think anybody's gonna be rough with them. And there we go. So that was the first tutorial. That probably the only tutorial I'll ever do, but that was the tutorial for how to make these quick and easy, cute kitchen towel holders for your kitchen, for gifts for friends or for yourself. Make them in all types of yarn, all different colors to coordinate, and pretty simple. There you go. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.